Hey there. We've got a different theme song this evening. Things are very different this evening, so I'm going to hit play and we'll just see how it goes. Admit you thought that was really cool and you liked everything about all of this. That's great. I've wanted that for so long. I'm sorry this episode is so late, but things are different than they have been. I think I'm like discovering who I am as a person for the first time since I was like a teenager. Basically, anyway, that's not what this is about. I'm gonna get right to the words because let's just say there's people waiting for me. I just needed some water and just settle down. I'm not gonna let you guys down. This is episode 7. I can't start skipping episodes now just because, you know, even I need some time to recharge. Okay, we're gonna get right to it. Words are great. Words are good. Words are what we're teaching you here on the show. My pale skin will help illuminate what that says. We can do this. Okay. Word 1 of 4. We always do 4 words here. We can talk about some other ones, but there's 4 main words. That's what makes language level up what it is. You are my language learning lovelies. You're not my language loving learners anymore. That's stupid. And you've come for your 4 words. And I'm going to give it to you, and then I'm going to go up there and give it to them. Sorry. That's too much information. I guess. I don't know. I don't care if you know, but like maybe you don't want to know that. You know, I don't know. Informed consent. Mention in the chat of people who are watching this live if you want to know about my crotch. Please don't. All right. Word 1, as I said about 2 minutes ago, I get to is helicality. Okay. Now this is an easy one, easy starter word. I didn't have a lot of time to sew this together today. You know, things are going on. Helicality is a property of something, there's sort of an analog scale expressing how closely does this match the ideal of a helix. Like a banana, not so much. Spiral staircase, now we're sliding down that analog line towards the ideal helical form. This is what helicality is. It's like you can say, what's the helicality of this pencil? Pretty much 0. It is like a helix in that they are both things that exist. Now you understand. Simple word, starting off slow. This is like I say, I'm throwing this one together. This is like a when you got a bunch of stuff expiring, you throw it all in a pot and hope it isn't trash, gumbo. But unlike that, this isn't trash. This is knowledge. Brachyambulatory. Now, this is another specialized biological term. I'm realizing I like biology a lot, so that kind of creeps in. So I hope you learned something about a lot of stuff and become even smarter. I mean, I make no apologies. When I feel like being super smart, I just come right out and do it to people's faces. And they get shocked. They're like, how does this guy... You know, I got words on my clothes. I'm so into words. I, don't read it, though. Like, who knows what it says? Probably... My estranged spouse used to read it. I'm like, don't. I give you no permission. Huge fight. Brachyambulatory are things that walk by, instead of moving their limbs or rotating joints, they move by branching out. So they can not move where they are. They grow further. Sort of Groot-like, but on a slower scale. This obviously applies mostly to plant-like organisms around the equator and that sort of thing are the more brachyambulatory things. Regular plants cannot do this. And no, I know you're thinking of ants and stuff. That's too quick for this. This is like over the course of like 10 years. The famous walking trees of wherever it is, those are brachyambulatory. This cat is not. He is pivoting his joints like a marionette to move, and now he's going to sit on my crap. He's very cute. So now you understand. There's 2 small families of organisms the number of entrants into the families is small, but the actual organisms themselves are quite large. It's fascinating. This guy. He has the comment meow. He would like to teach you the word meow, but that's not in our list. Okay, 3 of 4. We're coming up quick because I need to, hopefully, anyway, we'll make no puns. Just keep going. Omnidentition. Now, this is a word that is, I guess it's another biological term. I need to focus on maybe some technical terms, maybe some literary terms, allegorical things. We'll do this next time. Take a deep breath. But yeah, I mean, the next one is, but this one is another biological term. Omnidentition is a state of having all of the teeth. Dentition, omnidentition. Very few times in history has anyone been able to claim omnidentition, and when they did, it was for just hideous. The steps that you have to take to be able to say that you are an omnidentive being it's so cruel and malicious that very few people have attempted it. Of that small set, very tiny fraction, I'd say 2 out of 45 or 47 emperors type people who have attempted omnidentition, only 2 of them have prevailed, and they, at what cost? You know what I'm saying? It took, in each instance, decades for the world to begin to recover from that trauma. So hopefully this remains an archaic, unused term, except for students of history that learn about what happened. I shudder just to think of it. I only have some of the teeth, and it's been a lot of responsibility and a lot of physical and emotional pain. Even since launching this channel, I've gotten comments about I get it. Everyone wants everyone they see to not offend them in some way, and I know that there are things about looking at me, where you're like, don't want to see that, don't want to see that. This is my life. I don't want to hear crappy music I think sucks, but it's everywhere, and it doesn't suck just because I don't like it. And my disgusting jowls don't suck just because you don't like them. And my weird snaggly bottom teeth because I lost my retainer when I'm 16, so they look funny. Fuck it. I can chomp lemon heads with them. So what do I give a shit? I get it. I'm sorry. If I had time to jog around the block and do all the shit I do, I would love to. It'd be much better for me. And I'm working on it. So, what do you want? Are you working on all your problems? Meanie heads? Probably. That's probably why you... No, because you wouldn't be so upset about such small things if you actually cared about your own problems. Because you'd realize you have to have empathy for yourself to work on your own problems. And it's a lot harder not to have it for other people in that situation. Because you realize that everything's a struggle, even the simplest things. Just works out that way. And the things that aren't a struggle are just fun, and you should be happy about them, but it doesn't make you special or happy or good. It's just part of life that you can enjoy and recharge your batteries. So please comment about anything you want, but if you're mean, it's just like your choice. Word 4 of 4. Oh God, I almost forgot. Yeah, I should have been hurrying. I don't want to be down here. I gotta get upstairs. They were gonna be done by the time I'm up there. If I go in there and they all have water bottles, I'm like, guys. Okay. This one is a bit of a tongue twister. If you rehearse this one, you can really impress your friends by saying it. This one is a little abstract to actually say in a way that makes much sense, unless you're a highly abstract individual. Are you a highly abstract individual? Does abstraction factor into your life? You're going to love this one. It's percipicapacificategorical. Percipicapacificategorical. Do you understand me? This is when you have a very dedicated ability to calm or pacify various groupings or subsets of things. This is in order for this word to work, It only works if the categories in question have been reified by the subject. That means something that is a complete abstraction, something that exists in no tangible physical way, like the idea of dedication. Now, dedication is a real thing, but when we talk about when we say he had so much dedication, he didn't stop until he got to the edge of the forest and was rescued. Now, obviously, the dedication inside him drove him, but you couldn't dissect the man and find his dedication. Like when we say, due to random chance, it came out as a 2. There's no chance going on nudging it into 2. That's just a conceptual framework that we as humans use. And we imagine that it's an active force. Whenever you imagine something as an active force, it's just a conceptual heuristic. That's what reification is. So you have to reify. If the subject has not reified the category that they are using their dedicated ability to calm, then it doesn't count as percipica pacifica categorical. And I think that clears up that word. So again, it's not one that comes up very often, but we all know someone who at least knows someone who read a blog post about someone who's very dedicated to calming various groups. So, I mean, I think it's great. More power to them. You know, some of my best friends knew how to calm various groups, you know. So I don't want to sound against calming various groups or being dedicated to that, but hopefully you see that I'm just joking. I'm very open-minded to people of various groups. Okay, you have a lovely day. A lovely day for the next day. I'm sorry, but you guys are great. You put up with a lot of crap from me. I've been going through so much lately. And I got this little situation that, it's blowing my mind. Nothing like this has been going on. So that's not all bad. Like I mentioned a few times, like if you see my other videos, it's not all this language shit. It's not all bad. You know, learning a lot about the world, and myself, and how I fit into the world, and language, and love and language. Yeah. So I'm about to go love some very short phrases yelled very loud with a few very close friends. So have a lovely evening, and a lovely night, and a lovely morning, and a lovely waffle batter that you then put in a waffle maker. Hopefully you don't accidentally slam anything sensitive in there. And if you do, hopefully you realize in time to take it out. Don't do drugs. And if you do, don't pay too much for them. They're getting you 2 ways if you're doing that. Okay? Keep your heads. Okay, I'm going to guzzle the rest of this water and hit the bathroom real quick and catch you on the flip side. Pacific categorical, guys. If you say that wrong once,